Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
All right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
you said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're
else?
not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You protect yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like so if it's cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first.
You would you such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, okay. Oh, all right. You ain't got to kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, oh, yeah, this is the moment.
I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
That's
right?
the moment. Yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's like the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no, I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like, that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he look like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shades. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut." But no,
he about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch.
It's so funny how that beat goes in. Doop, 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 doop. And all I hear in my head is bitch, 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 bitch. Doop, 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 doop. Bitch, 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 bitch. Doop,
Sweet
doop,
to be Miss God.
doop, doop.
You just see that lady on the subway going.
Man,
Yeah, she was getting it.
you gotta give us that, man. You gotta give us that, Sway.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's going on?
Same old business, man. Ain't nothing changed but the motherfucking day. Just doing my thing, like I said earlier, before the podcast. I'll let our viewers know. We went to Comic-Con today. We had a blast. We took our son. So this was his first Comic-Con. He slept like he was knocked out, like boom, halfway, and then he woke up, and then he just was like this the whole time, like
Right.
he loves to like peep shit out. So like he was just like checking out everything and trying to sit up and look, and he was getting all the looks. Like it was people just really like, oh, he's such an adorable baby, he's so cute. Like he was feeding off that. We sit down and chilled. It was like a white guy standing next to us, and they looked at each other, and he started smiling, and a white dude started smiling, and it was just like a whole deal. And the white dude was like, y'all want me to take a picture?
That's what's up. That's dope. Yeah, I'm sure it was a whole lot to see at Comic-Con.
It was a whole lot.
Yeah, a bunch of colors and stuff.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Comic-Con, you are going to see a lot of things. You're going to love some of the costumes you see. But some people giving they giving body, and they shouldn't be giving body. Seen a lot of women out there giving body, and I was like, yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that.
That body, yada, 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 yada.
That shit, yeah, it wasn't body yada yada. This shit was body sloppy.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was body sloppy.
Yeah. You know, hey, somebody like it.
My thing, I get women having confidence, but at the same time, I always say, having confidence needs to it needs to be with something. Like if you a confident plus size woman, you're a confident plus size woman because you know how to put yourself together. I don't understand the confident plus size woman that wants to show off a body that, and I'm not saying it's not desirable to people, but it's not it shouldn't be in public. Like I'm just I hate to say it like that, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Like if you were a big beautiful woman and your man loves it, cool. I don't want to see your back though. I don't want to see your stomach. I don't want to see. I definitely don't want to see when your thighs are when your thighs reach a certain point where now they got that permanent crease in it where you know what I'm saying, where your fucking like right before your kneecap, it got that one permanent crease because the fat didn't almost sloop down over the knee. I don't need to see that shit. I don't.
So you don't even want them to show their knees?
Listen,
it's a cold
I don't
world.
want you to show. I don't like you can show your knees. Cool. I don't want you to be in a leotard where I don't see anything but cottage cheese and some shit about to fold over your goddamn kneecap. And I love y'all. I love y'all. But I'm just telling you.
Don't sound it.
As a man, I'm telling you right now, as a man, how my body looks now, like I told a couple of episodes, you know, when I went through my state of depression, I'm still trying to get the body that I had back. That body, I would have showed off. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. I know what I'm saying. This body, I'm not showing this shit off. I'm not going around in this month like, no, I don't give a fuck.
But that's you though. That's
I don't
you
give a fuck
though.
how much body confidence that you supposed to have. Some of that shit just is not for the public, man. Just because people are judgmental, like myself. So don't do that. It's just you have. I want you to put that shit on. I don't want you to.
You're judgmental. Somebody who is extremely confident and wants to show off their confidence, they have to put it away because you're judgmental. Am I understanding that correctly?
I want you to know. No. I'm never gonna subscribe to that. What I will say is I want you to know what the climate is for a person who knows that even though as confident as you is, everybody else body conscience doesn't reflect how you feel about yourself. Because what's going to end up happening is going to chisel down to you being start to be insecure about yourself because people are going to talk about you.
But I don't think that you get to a certain point being a certain size, not knowing that people are going to be having their opinions about your size.
You don't. What ends up happening is you say, I don't give a fuck, I look good. And you live off that. And then what happens is people start talking about you and they chisel away at that confidence.
People always talked about big people, whether they put on a muumuu or whether they put on a two-piece. They're always going to get talked about regardless.
That is very true. But the last thing you need is, because you're used to whatever town, whatever providence you in, you used to that. If you go viral with that, and then you start hearing those comments, it'll really tear your self-confidence down.
But it could be something that is just like par for the course. I don't think that anybody who is of a certain size does not know that they may be talked about, because they have always been talked about at a plus size. So you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well,
so I don't think that that's fair for you to be like, well, cover yourself up because I don't like it. Well, bitch, you don't like it. You don't like it. You're not gonna like it no matter what I put on.
I get it. But when a little kid looks up at you and be like, Mama, why she got two elbows? That shit hits different.
I mean, I don't know personally, but
I don't know personally either. I'm just saying, yeah, that shit hit different.
I mean, but the thing is that if you already at a certain level of confidence to put on certain clothes when you're a particular size. So,
man,
I don't know. Maybe that one comment might be one comment too many, and it might send them over the edge, or they can really legit live their life as I don't give a fuck.
They could.
Either way it go, I don't give a damn, because like majority of them bitches got men, and I'm sitting here like Scooty Doo. So shit, do what you do. You obviously doing something right.
I get it.
Yeah,
Lizzo jumped that body confidence out too, and then shit, all of a sudden, Lizzo's in the gym and she's talking and
succumbs to a lot of pressure. She succumbs to a lot of pressure because one day she's like giving it up for the big girls, the next day she's like, I'm going on a cleanse, and people hate her for it. And the day after that, she wants to get online and cry about some shit. And then on the weekend, she want to let it all hang out again. So that motherfucker don't know what she want to do. She don't know which way is up. So she's not a good example.
That's going to end up being at least 60% of these women who have that type of body confidence. I'm not saying you ain't supposed to have that body confidence.
I don't even think hers is body confidence for real, because I feel like body confidence would really have you out here like, fuck y'all.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like she puts on a good front, but then the real shit breaks through. You know what I'm saying? That's when she be online crying and shit. And she be getting punked. Like, how the fuck you gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go on a cleanse because I want to, shape up a little bit, and you let these motherfuckers punk you because you're getting healthy. Because you maybe lost 10 pounds. She's still a big girl regardless if she got the 10 pounds on or not. Like, that's crazy to me. And then she'll get online and cry about the shit. Then she'll do something else. And then she'll get online and cry about the shit. Ain't nobody got time for all that. You either gonna do it or you not. Like, whatever. So she's not a good example.
Hey, okay.
In my personal.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. When it's all said and done, just for me, my lovely, big, beautiful women, I'm not hating on y'all. I'm telling you, I'll be the last one. In my day, I'm never gonna act like I ain't knocked down a BBW.
Okay, but knocking down and actually like being in a relationship is two different things. So how many BBWs have you like seriously not even been in a relationship with, but seriously considered a relationship?
Seriously considered?
Yeah.
At least two.
Two. Okay. And did that come to fruition with either one of them?
Nah,
Why?
but it wasn't their fault. I would never say it was their fault. The fact that with both of those I considered, but at that time I wasn't trying to be in a relationship.
Okay, you weren't trying to be in a relationship, period,
Yeah.
or with W?
No, it was just like period. It was just like, ooh, they got all the good attributes, but I'm like, psh, you know how in Andre's 3000's Love Below album, it was stay cool, ice cold. And so I was like, yeah, fuck all that.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, this is the Ish We Talk.
Yeah.
Damn near 20 minutes in. Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah. See how that car needed to warm up?
Right.
This
Right.
is
You
the
take a couple
issue.
weeks off, don't know how to act.
Man. So, as y'all know, I am Lele, with my opinion about giving body.
Addy, right?
I am with the confident person, the queen, the creme de la creme, the top ace, the reason why this is put together, the one that pushes the bells and the whistles, the motherfucking big shit popping, little shit walking, Kansas City born, Atlanta lived, ski motherfucker that I know, who happens to be my family. Let's give it up for Lindsay.
Hello. What's going on? How's it going?
Yes, sir. And again, this is the Ish That We Talk. We already got the pleasantries out the way with the intro, but I will always and forever say, you can always catch us on Twitch, and I will always love the degenerates that happen to jump down and speak to us from that social network. I love y'all, and I think y'all love me.
Yeah. Long as my bitches love me. Yeah. I can give a fuck about you hate as long as my bitches love me.
My bitches love me.
Right.
My bitches love
literally was playing that before I got on here. But let's get into these topics. So let's get the silly shit out the way. Die line. I spit hot fire. So anybody has heard that that catchphrase, I guess, that that is from Dave Chappelle, and that was when he did a skit talking about Diddy's Making the Band. So brief history, Making the Band was a show on, I want to say it was on UPN at first. And it was a show where they put together a band, and it was a white band, and they were called Old Town. And so that was season 1. It was pretty popular, whatever. Then Diddy got a hold of it, brought it to MTV, and the season 2 was him trying to put together a rap group. The rap group was called The Band. And they put out one album. Me and like 10 other people bought the album. And the album was trash. But one of the rappers that was in the group, his name was Dylon. But the show was great. And Dave Chappelle on the Chappelle Show, he parodied the show. And when he parodied the show, he played Diddy and he played Dylon, which was a member of the group. He also had the rest of the group members, the actual members of the band, in the skit as well. And so Dylon, he had an accent. I forgot exactly what island he was from. But when he came to the States, he was from New York. But he just gave this confidence that was just a bit overt when he didn't have the skills to back it up. Like, he was cool, but just cool. So, of course, Dave Chappelle picked up on that when he parodied this show. And when he played Dylon, he said, who are the top 5 rappers? Dylon, and Dylon.
Spit hot fire.
And he spit hot fire. So he always talked about how he spit hot fire. So that was like 20 years ago. And still to this day, Dylon, spit hot fire is hilarious. So Dylon, the real Dylon, he recently did an interview where he talked about how this skit pretty much ruined his career and how he had music and stuff, and people like DJs and stuff will see who the rapper was and be like, absolutely not, I'm not playing it. And yeah, so he blames Dave Chappelle for the demise of his career. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
One thing that you said that I didn't even think about is when Dave Chappelle did that skit, he did have the other band members there.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck wasn't you there, Dylon?
Because he was somewhere spitting hot fire.
I just don't. That's what fueled to Dave Chappelle's fire.
Literally, no pun intended.
Everybody else was there. And this no downplay to Dylon. But let's just say, out of making a band, I know one of them, no, two of them. The chick, what is it, Babs? Whatever the little skinny black chick was.
The rapper?
Huh?
The rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Babs.
Babs and then the one bald head dude.
Ness
is a ghostwriter and a battle rapper. Babs, she was a ghostwriter for a long time. The little dude from New Orleans, he had a run.
Yeah, he was signed to Bad Boy South.
Yeah, so a lot of
His
them,
name was Chopper.
exactly. Everybody made something out of that. The only one that I know that's like real prominent in it is Next, because Next, he not only is a ghostwriter, he's a battle rapper and he lives pretty good.
And he's an actor. And he was in a movie called Welcome to Killer City. That we did review on the other podcast. Roomies review the movies.
Wow.
And so I tagged him in it on Twitter. He I think he reshared it or retweeted it. He either retweeted it or liked it, one of the two. I can't remember. But yeah, he's in Welcome to Killer City. He wasn't in the sequel, but he was in the original.
Again, they made something out of nothing from that.
Yeah.
Now,
did you know that the singer? Remember, there was a singer in the group.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you know she went to jail?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so she went to jail. She got out of jail, and she was on this reality show that was on BET. Her and a few other people. They were on that reality show, and it was about people that were famous. It was about women that were famous that were trying to get like a second chance. So, yeah. So yeah, I think Queen Latifah may have been an EP. I can't remember, but yeah, they were on that show on BET. Her, that was like a few years ago. But yeah,
even that, it was capitalized. People were trying to capitalize on what was going on. Dave didn't kill your career, Dylan. I think as much as you want that to be, and you could, and like, I ain't even gonna say you could be right. You were right back then. That this, yeah, I know that put a stamp on you not getting a major label, but you still, if you spit hot fire back in the day, underground music was the shit. Why you didn't go underground? If you truly the MC that you say you are, you could have went underground and saved your career. I can name countless people that did that.
Back then?
2003? Yeah.
Who?
Okay. Case in point, when the Loonies came out, that was in the 90s. Yuck Mouth became a millionaire in the early 2000s because of underground music.
But he was already stamped and solidified from the Loonies.
It doesn't matter. If you were pushing music, if you were pushing music
now. Back then, independent ain't like today's independent. Like back then, you had to have some kind of cosign that was a positive cosign. A Diddy cosign can only go so far, especially when the product wasn't good. Like I said, me and 10 other people bought that album. It was not good. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was not good. And it's so funny because I wanted that album for my birthday, and my boyfriend at the time was like, absolutely the fuck not. I will buy you anything else except that. And he stuck to his word. He did not buy me that shit. And I bought it, and it was trash. It was trash. And I was like, well, I guess you were right this time. Like, that shit was not good. So not only did you have a Diddy cosign, you beat out all these people on a reality show just for y'all to spit hot garbage, and then you want somebody to actually listen to you? Like, no.
Again, I'm telling you, see, this one thing that I really want to interject about with Dylan. Just because of that. You got to be a phenomenal hustler. And like, he's not a phenomenal hustler, because if he done went underground and he just relentlessly kept pushing it, he would have made some money. You got to understand that it is plenty of underground artists that are trash, that are millionaires. You know why? Because they had a phenomenal hustle. They kept pushing that trash ass music.
Yeah.
They kept doing it.
Yeah, but the thing is that they also have a following.
Dylan would have had a following if he would have kept that shit up. I don't give a fuck with nobody. If Insane Clown Posse can be multi-millionaires with the shit,
you cannot compare Insane Clown. Insane Clown Posse is actually good. You can't compare them.
Okay.
They are, and I just learned this. Like, what is this, March? I just learned this 2 months ago. They actually battled Eminem and won. I did not know that.
That's because, like you said, the following.
You think it was the following why?
Yeah.
Posse won?
Lyrically, they can't do shit with Eminem. But if they battled him back then when he was trying to be the Eminem we know now,
no, it was after. It was after Marshall Mathers. I want to say. Because I want to say, excuse me, I want to say either it started from, or his clapback was on Marshall Mathers.
So it was before he became.
Before who became?
It's before Eminem became Eminem. If his clapback was on Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers is the second album, which is arguably the best.
Again, like I said, that win that they got was before Eminem became Eminem. Understand the Slim Shady CD was amazing. Boom, cool. Mm-hmm. Put that in the bag. Marshall Mathers made that man who he is. And so if his diss was on Marshall Mathers, that means they battled when he didn't have the following that he had.
Nah, I beg to differ, because Slim Shady, being that it was his first album, he was the great white hope. He was the one that really had white folks believing that they had a skin in the rap game. So he got the following as soon as he put out My Name Is. This following was solidified, and here we are 20 some odd years later.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh. I'm gonna interject right there. And the only reason why I'm gonna interject right there with you, Lindsay, is because I kind of know how that shit works. And so, he didn't have that prowess back then.
How he didn't have the white folks back on the Slim Shady album?
He had white folks back, but you know what white folks back he had? He had the underbelly of the white man and white male teenagers, and a lot of them wasn't going out supporting shit like that. They were just in their rooms chanting certain bullshit. He didn't have a super major backing until the Marshall Mathers LP, and then that's
what you mean by super major backing? He couldn't have gotten to the Marshall Mathers. Marshall Mathers couldn't have been what it was if it wasn't for Slim Shady.
Lindsay, when I say super major backing, I mean as far as building him, his brand, his people. You know, his people. Like Insane Clown Posse got the job, whatever the fuck they call. I don't know what they had a whole fucking backing, of following of people. Eminem off the Slim Shady album did not at first. It had to grow. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth.
I'm telling you, as a person that went to school with a bunch of white kids at that time, all he had to get on the mic and say was "My name is," and it was a rap.
I'm telling you, as a person who knows that type of game and how you have to hustle for it. What you've seen is small and minute compared to what Insane Clown Posse had with that, because what Eminem had is, yes, he had white fans, but he didn't have that crowd yet. That is what I'm telling you.
He had that crowd. I'm trying to tell you, he had that crowd. I'm telling you,
he didn't. From somebody who has been in that game, he didn't.
He did not have the years in the game like ICP did, but he had that crowd. He had that crowd.
Lindsay, no, he didn't. It ain't what you think it is. It ain't what you think it is, Lindsay.
We have to agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, we got to, because we got to talk about dialogue.
Right. Because he's still over here spitting hot fire.
He's spitting hot fire. Now, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. I heard a Dylan track one time where he exploited on that top 5 shit, and that song was actually pretty hard.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did you play it a second time? Hell, did you play it the first time?
I've seen it, and I was like, let me look that shit up. And I see the video, and I was like, oh, this ain't bad. And then that's all I gotta say about it.
Did it get plays in your ride?
If I can find it, I'll play it.
Now that I ask, but I'm saying back then when you found it, did you play it in the ride?
No. Like, no. What are you
like? The fuck are you talking about, Lindsay?
Are you expecting me to defend this nigga? I'm not defending this nigga. You know what
you said it was good.
All I'm saying is that song was
like what level we on? Are we on level 2 or level 6?
That song was good. Yeah. If I would have been constantly hearing songs from him, it would have been a different category. Like how I know about Ness. I know about Ness because I constantly was watching battle raps with him. And so I was like, okay, that's how I know about him. With Babs, the only reason why I know about her is because motherfuckers said that she was a ghostwriter. So I was like, oh, that's why she kept getting checks from Bad Boy, because she was ghostwriting in that bitch.
Okay. Yeah. See, the only one I like even remotely kept up with is Chopper. Because I actually was playing his songs. And I did play them in the ride back then.
Chopper was pretty popular on World Star for a moment.
He was. And he went to jail not too long ago. But that has nothing to do with Dylan. But nobody, but the dude from Florida now, that's the only one I don't know about what he did after the band.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. And he was
His
cool.
whole life might be different. He probably don't want nobody to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't even remember his name. I just remember the dude from Miami. So.
But the dude from Miami wasn't bad.
He was good. Yeah.
He wasn't bad. I remember when they came after that first season, when they came back, I guess they got a little money and they came back and P. Diddy was like, I need you to rap right now. That nigga didn't hesitate.
Yeah. He was still hungry. He's the only one, for real, for real. The rest of them let that shit get to their head. Especially Chopper. Chopper went down back to New Orleans and got a whole mouthful of goals. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that nigga came back over crazy shit.
Up. Yeah. Just put $1 or $2 up. Golly.
I wouldn't have touched none of that money. Y'all to see me in the same clothes I had the first season.
Dude. Absolutely.
I wouldn't have touched none of that money.
Shit would have got paid. I pay my bills. My bills is paid.
Yeah, motherfuckers would have been like, what the fuck did you do? Go home and write? Like,
right.
What the fuck I did?
Right. I'm ready
home
to
and
put
I wrote,
down,
nigga.
Right. I'm ready to put down season 2 or album 2, you know? That album was so
a whole different shit.
Oh, that album was so damn disappointing. And that's the killer part about it. I think what it was they all were good individually. But as a collective, they weren't.
I think the problem was nobody wanted to take the back row. You know, that because all of them was leaders. So it would have took somebody that wanted to take the back row, but really be the leader, but take the back row and be like, hey, we're going to say that you in charge. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get into this work ethic. And when we get here, this is what we're going to do. When we get this beat, this is how we're going to do this. Like, boom, boom, boom. You know, once we get this beat, you take control of that beat. When we get this beat, You can take control of that beat. We get this beat, you take control of this beat. You say what it is, what we gonna talk about, all that shit, and then we meet back at the house.
Right.
Like nobody was willing to do that, and I think that's what caused them because, like you said, all of them and they own right were good.
Yeah. Excuse me. And that's I think that was the main problem. Is that like you had five different people coming from 5 different places that all were solo acts up until that point. Like because like everybody up until that point was putting in work. It wasn't like they was just like fresh off the boat type shit,
Yeah.
you know. So I really think that that was probably it. Because you have to be a super team player to be a part of a group, you know. But
You gotta take a page out of Saint Lunatic's book when it comes to shit like that. That was one that's one thing that I real respect about them because that's what they did. They was like, all right, we gonna contribute everything into one nigga's album.
yeah, right. And they only wanted to go gold and fucked around and went diamond. Ain't that some shit? That's wild. Shout out to them. But shout out to Dylan too. Hopefully he's somewhere spitting hot fire.
Well, Dylan is legend now. That's the thing. It's like that joke, although he wasn't getting money for these years, 20 years, maybe he wasn't getting paid, but his name always stayed relevant. So now he's legend. Now he's getting money.
Is he?
Why else would we even be knowing about this?
We know about it because of the joke, but he don't get no residuals off no joke.
Him getting interviewed to even talk about it is because right now Dylan is actually probably moving hot fire.
Well, I hope so. I hope that's the case.
I'm gonna find out, and then I'm gonna blast it.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out.
I'm gonna blast it, and I'm gonna blast it.
Right.
As soon as I find out, our next podcast, I'm gonna be playing nothing but Dylan music.
Right, you're gonna be spitting hot fire.
Because the top 5 rappers, Dylan, and Dylan. Facts.
You know, he was a man of not too many words, but he was very confident. You gotta give him that. He was very confident. And you know what? That's what's up. Because if ain't nobody gonna have your back, you gotta have your back. So shout out to him. So next up, all right, so Reese Teesa update. So a positive Reese Teesa update was that Reese Teesa has gone on Tamron Hall and she's gone on Good Morning America to tell her story, and along with her being signed to CAA. CAA is one of the top talent agencies in the country. So with them getting a hold of her, hopefully Tyler Perry won't get a hold of her, and we will see a film that's chronicling this whole story that she told on TikTok. Kind of in the same realm of, if anybody remembers, Zola from years ago, that lady that told her whole story when she went trapping down in Florida. And she's the reason why Twitter went from like 140 characters, 140 characters to 240 characters. And so it ended up becoming a movie, and the movie is pretty good. I did see it. So hopefully in the same realm of what they did with Zola, that we'll get a film called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? And she stays far away from Tyler Perry. That's all I ask.
Wow.
Just stay far away from Tyler Perry. Me and a lot of people on Twitter are asking and pleading to stay the fuck away from Tyler Perry.
Stay
But
away from Badia.
yes, absolutely, 100%. However, in the same breath, Tyler Perry probably won't fool with her no way because he can't take writer's credit if he do. So, well, he can't take sole writer's credit if he do. So that probably be a reason why he wouldn't want to do the project anyway. But that's another topic for another show. Yeah. So, along with all these positive things happening with Reese Teesa, her ex-husband, who we have affectionately called Legion, has done an interview. And when I tell you that motherfucker lied so bad, everything that she has said about that man is the truth. Everything that she said about that man is the truth. That man is a ridiculous, compulsive liar. And the truth ain't in him. I couldn't get through the interview because it was that bad. But we know Lily was able to watch the whole thing. So, what are your thoughts about this ridiculous interview? And shout out to the dude that did the interview, because I know he wanted to say so much, but he was holding his tongue. So, yeah. What are your thoughts?
Shout out to Simply Wavy for doing this interview. All right, how can I word this professionally? This guy is the leader of being so facetious. The things that comes out his mouth to rebuttal the things that Reese Teesa was talking about as astronomically making her seem like she's a saint at this point. And I just don't understand for the life of me why he even decided to lie on the cross like that. Like, what in the dog fuck is going on with you, my nigga? Like, only thing that he was clearing up was that he is fucking crazy.
Right. He just pretty much made it seem like she is telling 1000% the God's honest truth. Like,
see, what got me was in the interview, because I'm listening to it and I'm hearing him, and I'm like, okay, he's working these lies out. He's working these lies out, boy. He's playing it. But again, like I've said before in this podcast, I'm a stickler of what people say, so I listen to people. He couldn't remember the names that he said for his brothers, not brothers, multiple times. He just kept saying my brothers, my brothers, but they not my brothers. He didn't keep. He said their names twice, and then every time he was about to say a name, it didn't register. He was just like, my brother, the oldest brother that I was talking about. That's a pastor. Like, nigga, you can't remember your own lie while you saying it. But at the same time, you so irrational, you believe this shit. Like, he would pass a lie detector test because he believes his lies.
wow.
It's like, I remember a movie, Reservoir Dogs, and it was a FBI or CIA agent, and he was getting trained. And the dude that was training him, he told him, he said, you have to say this, because he had to play a character. You have to say this every day. And he said, every day you're gonna make something up. Every day is gonna be something different. Every day is gonna be, but you're gonna say it every day because you gotta believe it. This is what he's doing. He's gonna say something different every day, and he's gonna believe that shit from the bottom of his fucking heart.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I can't. I can't. That is fucking terrible.
The thing that what solidified this shit for me is if Reese Teesa is such a lie, why them brothers ain't came out yet?
Mm-hmm.
I keep asking people, like, I think I got on my Twitter a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, am I the only one really waiting on Legion's twin to say something?
Right. Or the older brother, or his friends, the IC cousin, like anybody. Like, you definitely have a point when we like the fact that she has had, like, there has been several people that she has never met, didn't even know existed, have come out and been like, she is not lying because I know him and this is what he did to me. Not one person has been like, them bitches is cap. I know him. That's my dog. That's my so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? Not one person has come to his defense at all. He does this interview and he lies like a fucking rug. Like, everything she said, that's the fucking truth. Like, you did yourself no favors. Not one. You're making up shit as you're talking to this man. And you not believing the shit that you just said 5 minutes ago.
The shit
Like,
that got
it's
me
disgusting. It's so disgusting.
because you didn't watch all of it, but the shit that really got me was when they talked about his brother, and he talked about his brother going to war and having mental problems. This is how I knew he was fucked up.
So why was his brother even brought up?
Because they was talking about how Reese Teesa got in contact with his brother from Philly.
Yeah.
And he was like, I do got a brother in Philly, but we don't really communicate, bye, they skip, all this extra. And I don't really communicate with him because, he's going through things. He went through a divorce, heavy, and then, he went to war. So he has a lot of like mental issues. I'm like, nigga, really? Really?
Right. But
Really?
in the same interview, you're talking about how don't nobody want to be associated with this situation as far as arena football is concerned. So you can't even disclose what team you were on.
All that shit right there. That shit right there was just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
all that shit is public record. It has to be.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, this is easily Googleable. Easily.
You can look over every team in arena football. You can look through all of them.
Yeah.
And you can go through rosters from when they was created to 2024. And I bet you his name is not on nobody's.
Shit, has he even went to a game? Has he even like watched it on TV? Like, stop lying. Stop.
Then he made up this bullshit about because they gave out some information in the school he was going through. That person wasn't there, but they still gave out that person's information, and then that person ended up getting killed. Nigga, that shit is still public. We would have known about that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And then it's just like, okay, so if you went to this school and you got your degree, how can anybody confirm if you paid money to be a private citizen? What is the point if can't nobody confirm that you actually went to this school? What was the point of going to the school? Like, I don't understand. Like, you're legit not making sense. You're legit not making sense. And you know you're not making sense. You know it.
Then he talked about the shoes. Now, this is the thing that I just cracked up about. when Reese Teesa talked about giving shoes to his niece in St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
His response to that was, yeah, we sent he named some name I can't say. But he was like, yeah, we sent her some shoes. She just recently graduated. And in my head, I was like, this bitch said she gave kids shoes.
So what she graduate from?
Like, what, the bitch graduate from fucking 5th grade? Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, this bitch just say she gave a fucking size 6 to a motherfucker. She said kid shoes. So these is like, she gave a 7C to a motherfucker, and that motherfucker 4 years later miraculously graduated from fucking high school.
Right. She's that smart.
Like,
she's that smart.
That or she's a dwarf.
Speaking of dwarfs, you gonna get off their head because I saw your Facebook post.
I just don't understand why that's a bad thing. Cause like, why people get shunned for saying some shit that is actually the truth?
I can't.
Like, why do they be like, you shouldn't say that? Like, because dwarfism is not a it's okay. I want to word this right. Dwarfism is something that happens geno wise. Bow. It's not gonna stop you from like being a doctor if you want to be a doctor, or being an actor if you want to be an actor. Things of that nature. We're not gonna make it seem like a motherfucker can't say a dwarf got a fat ass and because they got a disability. That's some bullshit.
Well, maybe their disability makes them have a fat ass.
No. If that was the case, you know how many skinny ass black women have run with that? I got a disability. I'm too tall. I'm too tall. I'm 5'3" and still because I'm too tall. I should have. My mama was 4'11". I should have had my mama's body. Like, nah, what the fuck? No.
I'm just saying, like, because it seemed like all of them do. So
not all of them. Some of them got wide ones. It's a handful of them that got real top-notch fat asses. And why can't I say that? Like, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand why I can't say that. I don't understand why other people can't say that. You get shunned for saying weird shit, quote unquote, what they call weird shit. When you did, it's like, damn, that motherfucker, little bitty girl got a fat booty. Like, why the fuck is a nigga getting shoved? You shouldn't say that. Why not?
Okay, so you have said that in a public setting and been shunned for it?
I have not been shunned. But if you say this, because I've seen this, if you say this on like certain things, TikTok, X, whatever, when you'll hear a bunch of people backlashing that shit, like, you shouldn't say that about her. Like, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Especially because some of these motherfuckers want to live such a normal, quote unquote, what you think normal life is. These motherfuckers be strippers and everything. So I can't say a stripper got a fat ass because she a dwarf.
I didn't know you couldn't say that dwarfs have fat asses.
It's just the weird things that people say. For me, it's that thing like when women be like, "Oh man, I can't stand a nigga that constantly be picking out dirt out his nails. That's gay." Like, and motherfuckers be like, "Oh my god, girl, yes." Like, nigga, let the dirt be. Like, these people are who I'm talking about. Like, what? Like, why do y'all have something to say? Because the shit that y'all say is fucking stupid, man.
Oh, jeez. I can't. I saw that
post. I said, "Oh hell no."
I just don't get it. I just don't get what's the point of free speech.
I don't know. But sometimes free speech turns into lies, and lies are bad. Okay, Legion, lies are bad. Just like
Legion is
drugs
never
are
gonna
bad.
believe that.
Okay.
Legion is never gonna believe that, and I hate to say it. Not only is Legion not gonna believe that, you're gonna have a lot of people, that have whatever disorder Legion has, and you're gonna have a lot of gullible people that's gonna constantly fall for that shit, or not even constantly fall for it. They're still gonna, you know what I'm saying? I have an olive branch and always take care of these type of people. It's been said a long time ago, God takes care of fools and babies. Legion is a goddamn fool.
Yeah. Whew. Lord have mercy. If you ain't never told the truth, that is a fucking fool if I ever seen one. I would have just, left it alone. Like, okay, y'all found me. And the shit'll blow over in a week. And it's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, he made it worse doing this interview.
Yeah.
He really,
You will never get another interview. That's the thing. It's like, you will never get another interview, one, because you are never going to say the same thing twice.
No. Mm-mm.
Not unless he sit in his house every day for the next year and listen to that interview.
Right. And the killer part about it is that whatever comes out of it, I hope it's a movie. But the movie will be so good if he would just really sit down with the writers and tell his true, authentic story. Because a lot of people, including myself, really want to know, how can a person get to this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like, we would really love to know the real story, but you're so much of a motherfucking liar that you're not going to tell the story. You're not going to tell the story, and I just feel bad for the person that's with you now, because you stay being trash. You stay being a trash ass individual, and that shit ain't fair to nobody.
Yeah, and some people think they deserve it. My lady who is with him right now, if you are truly with him, you don't deserve a Legion.
No.
I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what turmoils you have. I don't care what type of tribulations that you're going through in life. You don't need a Legion.
At all. That's some foolishness if I've ever seen it. Like, life is much better by yourself than dealing with some bullshit like that. And that's straight up. Straight the fuck up. But
I mean, my nigga, I thought I used to lie. Cause nigga, I could lie to a bitch like 85 going north. I'm talking about fast. Fast, nigga. I lied to a bitch fast.
what were the lies that you told?
Nah, we not doing me like that.
Hey, are you still?
Nah, but I ain't never did Legion shit.
But okay, so what would be a lie that's not Legion level that is common for a single young man living in Kansas City to tell?
Oh shit! It's a couple of them. For one, especially for my I can't even say that. I'm only say for me. I know what I'm saying. I was about to say some shit and I'm like, nah, that ain't don't say that. I will only say for me. It was very easy for me to just be that kind, like, oh nah, shit, I'm just hanging out on the block. I'm with my bro. Like, I'm sitting with my brother. Like, you want to talk to my brother? Like, damn, like, here, boom, put him on. Hey man, where we at? Like, all that shit, like, those type of shits is easy. Other than that, that's my play sister, or You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we grew up together. Certain shit like that, you know, when a motherfucker be like, who's this? You don't want to be like, shit, we was fucking or we still fucking. It's like, nah, that's my people's. Like the same shit niggas do all the time. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I ain't never lied about my money ever. Now I had, you know what I'm saying, I've had been that kind of like, nah, I'm on, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm doing, I'm hustling. Knowing I wasn't hustling, I was probably hunching down on another bitch, but that's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Like it just certain lies like that, like quick, like I ain't never gonna tell you what the fuck I'm doing. But I ain't never made it that elaborate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never gotten to about to be married elaborate with shit. Like, nah, fuck nah.
Okay, so it's usually more leaning towards like your whereabouts and what you're doing at that present moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't never lied about what I was actually, you know what I'm saying? Like my finances, I ain't never lied about that. I ain't never like put nobody up nowhere and lied about what the fuck I was doing. I wouldn't telling the bitch like, yeah, I work for Ford, you know, like, and I ain't got no motherfucking Ford uniform. Like, yeah, I ain't never did no shit like that.
Folks have done that, especially around these parts, because working for Ford is not uncommon. So when you tell somebody you work for Ford, you're just like, oh, okay. So yeah,
I put Legion in the category of, and I hate to burst some of you niggas bubbles, but I'm gonna just keep it 100 as a nigga that I am. If this rings bells to you, or if it makes you feel a certain way, my nigga, that's because you did it, and that's cool. Don't if you spaz out because of what I say, then I know it's true. You soft ass dude. And I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna just tell you, you're a soft ass nigga right now. The equivalent of niggas who was snitching, but they said crazy ass shit. Like, if you seen a nigga get pulled over and you know that nigga was out here hustling or whatever, and that nigga didn't serve a day in jail, and you know that nigga had shit on him, but he told you some stupid shit like, nah, I just used my little brother name. That's who Legion is. You know what I'm saying? That's the nigga who Legion. And y'all niggas know who I'm talking about. Y'all probably don't want to say shit, but y'all know the niggas I'm talking about. And I used to say that back in the day because you know how my peoples roll. They used to tell me, like, nigga, that's a fucking lie. Like, no, probably back in the 80s and 90s, that could have worked. But in our era, when we was doing what we was doing, if a nigga said that shit to you, that nigga was telling. That nigga told on some fucking body.
Yeah.
Cause you use your little brother's Social Security, you know what's gonna pop up? That little nigga face.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a couple of people that have done that, and it's not a good thing to do.
No.
Yeah.
So if they tell you they done that, and you the very next day you seen them getting pulled over, they told on somebody.
Yeah.
They told on. It is what it is.
Yeah. But check this out. So I know somebody that went to jail with somebody over in Kansas. And that person used their brother's social. And their brother had warrants in Kansas.
Bullshit.
So he ended up serving, or he ended up going to jail for his brother.
Nah, you know what? He didn't even go to jail for his brother. Because they found out once they booked him that wasn't his brother. He ended up going to jail on the fact that he lied about his name.
He lied, right.
That's what he went to jail for. Because once they put him in there,
he ended up getting arrested. He ended up getting arrested for being that person that had warrants, and then when they found out it was something else. But yeah, I cracked up when I heard that story. I was like, that is hilarious. So, but anywho, yeah, but Legion. Yeah, he's diabolical. Diabolical. But enough of him. So our last story is oh, this was so bad and so wild. It was so good. And I'm so mad that you did not get a chance to watch. But Bad versus Wild.
Did not.
Yeah, Bad versus Wild finally premiered on the Zeus Network. It is a Nick Cannon production. And they did several nights where they filmed it live in Vegas. The first episode was the baddies who was on the bad side versus Jocelyn's Cabaret, who was on the wild side. And Jocelyn and Natalie Nunn have been going back and forth on it's been more Natalie's side that I've seen. They've been going back and forth on online. So it was a good matchup between the baddies versus Jocelyn's Cabaret. And it's kind of in the realm of how they set up Wild and Out with games and one team going up against another team. And then instead of having DJ D-Rec on the side, they had Nick Cannon on the side. And he was the DJ along with, he was the one that was announcing the games and whatnot. So, but these women are completely unhinged. They're extremely unhinged, and it was hilarious. So they were supposed to do 6 games. I think they got to 4. And so the game that they got, the last game that they got to do, it was Natalie versus Jocelyn, and it was they had to like swear on the stack of money. And Jocelyn asked the question first, and Natalie had to answer, and then they had to determine on if it was a lie or not. So so Jocelyn said something about her OnlyFans. Because if you don't know, Natalie has an OnlyFans where she be on there doing a lot of stuff. Now, I've only seen the leaked footage, but it's a lot of solitary play going on.
Who the fuck wants to see Nat? I'm sorry.
Some people do.
It's
Yeah.
like watching the Moon Man jack off. What the fuck are we doing right now?
But yeah, it's a lot of solitary play. And Jocelyn was on her head. It's also from what I hear, I haven't seen it, but from what I hear, one of the chicks that's her friend on Baddies gave her some special attention, and that was on there too. But Jocelyn was just like, why do you got an OnlyFans? Why you be on there you committing murder on your clit? And she was like, you be on there doing the beatbox, making a beat. And
you gotta do it in that Puerto Rican accent, man.
Why you on there doing a beatbox on your clit? You be on the OnlyFans doing that beatbox on your clit. You be up in there making a beat. You make a beat. And she did that. She had the whole audience going, make a beat.
What?
And so, yeah. So Natalie said she answered, I guess, but she started talking about how she made $10 million on OnlyFans. Sure. Okay. Which, I mean, you know what? I ain't even gonna do that to her. She probably very well much have made.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's so possible. Because it ain't like people don't be subscribing to that shit. She probably very well made that shit. So, it was Natalie's turn.
to ask a question to Jocelyn, and she asked about, of course they blurred out the name, but we all know what she's talking about. She asked about eating Stevie J's ass and Molly the maid. And she was getting closer and closer to her face. And Jocelyn mushed the shit out of her. When she did that, of course, the person that was holding the stack was head of security. So when she did that, of course, he was holding her back because she was trying to get at her. She didn't touch her, but the people from the baddies couch and the people from the Johnson's Cabaret couch just got up, and it was mayhem on stage. That shit was hilarious. So one of the people that's on baddies is Rolly. If that name does not sound familiar, but you do watch Zeus programming, she is from One More Chance. Her full name.
Give me one more chance.
Right. Her full name is Roly Poly Snack Meals. So, and she was the big one from One More Chance, and she's the big one on Baddies. She's a bully. I'm just gonna put it out there. She's a bully. And she be punking people, because she intimidates folks with her weight and shit. So the chicks on Jocelyn's Cabaret, there's a couple of them that are like super skinny. When I tell you they went to work, they had fucking Rolly on all fours with her complete ass out. They was working her. She couldn't handle them little bitches. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So,
Roly Poly ain't Roly Poly no more, though.
No, she ain't Roly Poly
She
no
ain't
more.
Roly Poly no more. Had she had still been Roly Poly, soon as one of them little skinny bitches ran up, she would have body slammed the fuck out of them. Now, I ain't saying she would have whooped everybody, but one of them little bitty bitches would have got served.
But this is the thing, like she ain't had no chance. Like, she tried to run, because like one was sitting on top of the couch by the time Rolly got over there, and she tried to run over there and try to knock the girl off the couch, and so the girl fell back. And when the girl fell back, Rolly was trying to go towards her over the couch. When she did that, the other small chick came and just bopped her. And then she came over the other way of the couch, had Rolly on all fours. When I tell you, literally, Rolly's ass was out and she was on all fours. Rolly's ass was out and she was on all fours. That shit was crazy. And on top of that, because Rolly on Baddies, she talks fast and she talks loud. And that's how she be winning arguments. It ain't that she really be saying some slick shit, but she's loud and whatnot. But excuse me. That mouth could not compete with Jocelyn's mouth. Jocelyn from backstage, before they even came out, Jocelyn was backstage doing freestyles talking about Natalie's daddy is Jay Leno.
God damn.
She's like, your daddy is Jay Leno.
God
your daddy is Jay Leno. Oh.
Listen, shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez. That's one thing, man. You are not,
man.
This is what I be talking about when I be saying people got phenomenal hustlers. You are not going to stop the phenomenal hustle that is fucking Jocelyn Hernandez. She will never let you bitches take that spot from her.
Hell no. And then she talked, because Rolly said something. I don't even remember what she said. But Jocelyn was like, you look like this. Fuck out of here with your bad built ass. I was cracking up. I was like, Jocelyn is stupid. She is stupid. And when she kept going, because she kept going like this, and she was like, you just making a beat with your clit. You making a beat. Make a beat. Make a beat. Make a beat. When I tell you that shit was so fucking funny, I watched it twice already because I was just like, this is great. Like, this is like top tier.
I'm gonna have to now. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, it is so good. Like, the clips are all over Twitter.
Now I've seen the clips, but only clips I've seen was the disgust on Nick Cannon's face.
He was like, this is too much. You can tell on his face because he didn't think, he thought, because this was the first episode, right? Because they filmed like about 3 or 4 episodes back to back to back. This was the first one. I feel like he felt that they was going to at least complete the episode. But they were completely unhinged. Every time they really tried to like wrangle them in and was like, let's do the show, somebody yelled something. And then we had another 5 minutes of him just yelling shit. So like it was crazy.
Yeah, this is Nick's crazy. First and last time fucking with Zeus.
Probably. But this is my thing. Cause you got something right here. Cause we kind of getting a little tired of wilding out right now, But you got something right here, man. You got some, and he got shows galore. Cause like he got a car show coming out. If it ain't already out.
It's out. It's out.
Yeah, and then he got he got Wildin' Out. He got the one where he was putting on up and coming rappers. He got the Masked Singer. Like he got all kinds of fucking shows. But this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, dog. Like this mug is good. I ain't even gonna hold.
Nah, he ain't. I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't gonna keep that up because that's not the type of dude that he puts out.
Yeah, I was worried about that too.
Yeah, he's not gonna put as a man with fucking 90 kids. That's not what he's putting out. He's not putting that out.
But I was thinking that too. And I'm kind of in agreement with you on that. In the same breath, it's like you know what you was getting, like you know what Zeus, how Zeus give it up, how Baddies give it up, how Jocelyn's Cabaret give it up. Like I think
Nick being Nick, I think he thought motherfuckers were gonna have some professionalism because it's him putting money into it. I think that's what happened.
It's possible. But I mean, I can definitely see him being like, you know what? I like the Masked Singer money more than I like Zeus money. So
yeah. This is first and last. I ain't doing that with these bitches because, like you said, I thought at least one episode we was gonna get some shit done. We can't get one. We can't get one episode done without this. Yeah, nah. One season only, baby.
Right. but in the same breath, you putting on 2 people that got issue. I ain't gonna say they got beef because I don't know too much about. I just think that they're just like competing for the number 1 spot. Yeah, I think that's what the beef is.
And that's cool. Y'all can do that. Yeah. I will finance y'all first season on the backing of I fuck with y'all. After that, y'all do it on y'all own. I'm going. Right, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
He's not gonna continue to be tagged on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could be 1,000% right. I can most definitely see it going that way.
As much as I follow Nick Cannon, not council culture Nick Cannon. Council culture Nick Cannon is not going for that.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I tell you, he was just standing there like and then it seemed like it was like 5 other dudes that came up there with him after the shit really popped off. And it was just like, okay, are these his personal security guards? Like, are they worried that something's gonna happen to him? So I was like, this is complete and utter mayhem. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga ain't got time for that. He ain't got time. Yeah. Why the fuck do I got all my security right here, right now? My security should be at the door.
Yeah.
Like my security which it should be taken care of. Don't nobody come in this motherfucker on the intention to touch me. Why the fuck do they got to be that close to me?
Right. But no, he got to have security to keep him away from the talent.
Yeah, he ain't doing that.
But out of all of this, the most gangster part of it all was that the person that started the mayhem stood there and watched the mayhem happen. Jocelyn stood there on that side of that stage. Matter of fact, she wasn't even on the side. She was front and center because it was like a couple of steps between the stage and the floor. She was like standing there on one of the steps, just holding her hands like this, just watching. Everybody is fighting. She's standing there watching.
Yeah, because she got a whole case pending. She ain't about to do that.
Point. But she started the fight.
I'ma always be me. I'ma just let the rest of these bitches try to be me.
Exactly. I thought that shit was so gangster. And then this is the crazy part about it. Because two of the baddies literally walked in front of her to get to the other side of the stage where the cabaret was. I'm like, there's no security. It's that much space between her and the two girls that walked past her. They didn't even look her way.
Yeah, because if y'all say if y'all did, again, I'm a bystander at this point. If you put your hands on me, I got every right to be Jocelyn.
Yeah.
So do y'all really want your ass beat for real, or do y'all want to do that shit on camera?
Right, 100%, because I'm just like, everybody saw that reunion when she fucking fought the whole cast, so they didn't want none of them problems.
Do you want your ass whooped for real, or do you want to go over there and jump into a whatever? You could pop and walk out, like and you can be, or do you want to swing on me and get your tooth knocked the fuck out?
Right.
Because bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up because I look too good.
Right. It was amazing. It was amazing. I must say, if you like ratchet television, 100% watch Bad versus Wild. Nick Cannon and he ain't paying us, but he needs to, because I co-signed the fuck out of that show.
I ain't gonna lie, like my girl loves ratchet shit, so shit, fuck it, man. I'm gonna be like, man, nah, let's just watch this.
Right, y'all need to watch that tonight. And text me when you get done.
They sleep. I think they sleep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna order breakfast. We gonna eat breakfast and watch that shit. Because she love that she eats that shit. That's one thing okay, side note, I'll take a left. It's one thing I don't understand about you ladies, man. You ladies, y'all can be super ladylike, like superior ladylike. You and Jasmine, my fucking family, Lindsay, you motherfuckers fuck me up because y'all be on some, nah, come on now. I'm not about to be a part of that bullshit. All the time. Like, that's beyond me unless a bitch step up. Now, if a bitch step up, I just got to protect myself as a woman. But other than that shit beyond me. Get the fuck about it. Don't even bring me to no stupid ass ratchet shit like that. At the same time y'all say this, y'all will sit down and watch the most ratchetest shit. Like, oh, bitch. Like, yeah, bitch.
Right. I thought I had grown out of some of it, because I used to watch Bad Girls Club. And it got to the point where I had to stop watching because I was just like, I feel like I'm getting stupider and stupider by the episode. So I had stopped watching that probably like 10, 12 years ago. But with me watching Zeus, I'm starting to get back into this whole fighting on reality show shit. I mean, it's entertaining, and then it ain't like I'm sitting around or getting into too many fights anyhow. So I don't know. Maybe it's a release. I don't know.
Oh yeah, y'all. I don't know whatever it is between y'all two, but I know it's a lot of women like y'all. It's a lot of women that watch that shit, but in that like they ain't even like they ain't popping out for those shit like that. If they homegirl, if they was hanging out and they homegirl start spazzing out, they'd be like, "Girl, let's get the fuck out of here because you drunk and you tripping." Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, let's get the fuck out of here. Y'all are not sitting there like, hell yeah, as soon as that bitch jump, I'ma jump too. Like, but y'all watch these bitches to be doing that shit. And y'all, I can't say y'all. I'm only saying for like Jasmine. Jasmine be like, well, that bitch better jump up for that bitch. That's your bitch. Bitch, you better. And I be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Right. No, because I mean, I know for me, contrary to what people believe, I don't like confrontation. So I try to avoid it. I try to see like a more level, diplomatic way to handle things. And if all else fails, if we have to throw down, you have to throw down. Because sometimes it do be inevitable, right? But I try to avoid it as much as I can. Because I don't like to be in that space, personally. But I don't mind seeing it shit. Now, in the same breath, I can acknowledge when shit is childish, because a lot of shit is childish. A lot of shit you don't need to fight over or anything like that. And I will, argue about the shit online with people, because some people be like, "Oh, with such and such mouth is why they got popped," and it's like because they won in a tongue wrestling event.
Yeah, that
don't constitute somebody.
Solidify you putting your hands on me.
Right.
You putting your hands on me. That's a total different individual you about to deal with, man.
Right. I'm like, that doesn't constitute that. So I will argue people up and down on why such and such shouldn't have touched such and such. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, the ratchet shows, I will watch and I will root for somebody to win the fight. That's what it is.
Well, y'all in the same breath, because and she will give me a whole fucking scenario of why this should have happened, and I'm like, why do you watch so hard in that? Like, nah, because she be sitting there talking to that bitch, and she be acting like everything all good. So how dare that bitch not jump when these bitches trying to be that kind? Like, why would you even act like you was there for the bitch? Like, she got this, she be going through the whole nine. Like, I'd be like, damn, like you were totally invested.
Yeah. So excuse me, sometimes they do get you invested. You know what I'm saying? And like, I be at work sometimes and I be having to explain the whole thing, because like I have coworkers that just do not subscribe to that shit. But they'll listen to me tell the whole story, So I'll tell the whole story from beginning to end. Like it's a fucking commentary at a match. And I have no problems with doing it either. So
that shit is wild.
Mm-hmm. But that was Bad versus Wild on Zeus. So I have a final thought.
Okay, let's go.
My final thought is that Teesa from KFC, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's gross. Don't buy it. It is.
Why would you even buy that shit?
Because I like to try new shit. But I didn't even finish it. It was gross.
I don't try anything new from fast food restaurants anymore. I tried the Baconator when it first came out. And you know what happened to me?
What?
I was constipated for 2 goddamn days.
Oh, no, baby. What is you doing, baby?
Exactly. Like, I wanted this shit. I really felt like I had the shit because, disclaimer, I don't know how everybody else is, but I'm going to tell you how my body works. back when the Baconator came out, I was a runner, so I used to run all the time. So I was used to eating chicken and rice, broccoli, shit like that, baked potatoes. I was just on that shit. So if I ate fast food, I was cool with that because that shit ran out. Like that I would shit that shit out super fast. Like if I ate that shit at 6 in the evening, that shit is coming out at 9 o'clock because my body was flushing all that bullshit out of me.
Okay.
Now, so when the Baconator came out, I said, damn, that motherfucker look good as a motherfucker. Like, oh shit, okay. But you know how they advertise shit. You like, damn, I like bacon. I ain't had bacon in a while. I can eat a fucking Baconator. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'll just eat that and then cool. I go right back to eating my fucking chicken and rice.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ate that shit. That shit hit on me, bow, and I couldn't shit it out for 2 days. And I needed the shit. That was the thing. It was like I felt like, you feel like you needed shit. Nothing was coming up.
That's the worst.
That shit clogged me. And I was like, nigga, never again. And so I'd never try anything new. When motherfuckers be like, brand new this, brand new, nigga, fuck that shit. I think I'm the only black man alive that have never, ever had a fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich. I've never had it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess
Never.
you're traumatized, which I understand.
I would do when motherfuckers was like, man, they sprinkle crack in it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if they put God's love in that motherfucker. I am not eating that shit. I don't try nothing new from a fast food restaurant. Nothing. Whatever I'm used to eating is what I'm eating there. And that's it. That's all. I'm never trying nothing new.
Oh, shoot. And that chicken sandwich was fire too. The first round. The very first round. Fuck. Yeah, but no, don't try the cheese. But yeah, so Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Okay. Getting off the KFC cheese and shit. The only thing I will say for my final thought is lying. That wasn't what everybody was doing and what we was talking about. But when you go into all the concept of everything, like Reese Teesa, Dylan, lying supposedly got Dylan stagnant for 20 years. Lying had Reese Teesa marrying a sociopath. In both of these scenarios, lying wasn't a good thing to do. Now, I'm never going to knock anybody for doing anything that they do because we're not perfect. We're not perfect vessels. We don't have perfect mentals. None of us is, quote unquote, sane like we think we are. But at the same time, we should have enough morals not to fuck each other over. Everybody has this whole agenda of, hey, it's all about survival. I got to take care of me first. And I agree with you 100%. But when you take care of you, then you got to learn how to take care of everybody else. When you believe that you are actually the star player and what this small dust of a world is, that is why we're all flawed. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be number one. Everybody forget that it has to be another person that does the same thing. So everybody want to be the first. Fuck the second. So if it's fuck the second, it. Nobody gives a fuck about the 300, and that's the problem. Mm-hmm. We really have to start taking care of each other. Stop lying. Start building. Stop lying. Start sharing. Stop lying. Start teaching. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Right. Well, thank you for Jerry's final thoughts. And this was episode 114 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you guys for episode 115. Bye.
Exactly.